I'm Denise Plant, and first this morning, a trip to a very unique place that's ready to help get your life back on track with lots of energy and a zest for everyday activities. The Aspen Club Back Institute is helping many overcome chronic conditions such as arthritis, back and joint pain. Now, these conditions can add up to a very hefty health care bill and contribute to massive losses in productivity. Chronic pain is a widespread problem in the U.S., affecting at least 100 million Americans, men and women. Can you believe it? Well, we are certainly pleased to welcome our first-time guest to the show, Dr. Jeremy James, director of the Aspen Club's Back Institute. Nice to see you, doctor.
Thank you for having me, Denise.
So take me inside the Aspen Club Back Institute. What are some of the key things that we need to know?
Sure. Well, chronic pain, the conditions that cause chronic back and neck pain, are very complex in nature. They're multifaceted. So we designed the clinic to address those conditions in a multifaceted way. Most of our patients have already tried other traditional methods such as physical therapy, chiropractic, surgery, without success. So usually we're the last resort for these people.
And back pain, you say, is very dominant in the U.S. A lot of people
Yes.
have it. Elaborate more on that.
Well, the statistics are staggering. 8 out of 10 Americans will experience significant back pain at some point in their life. It's the second most common cause for a visit to the doctor after the common cold. So for our viewers, there's a good chance that they're going to experience this at some point, or their loved ones will experience this at some point.
Tell me more about your expertise.
Sure. So as I mentioned before, it's a complex problem. And most of my patients that come and see us are there for degenerative conditions. These conditions are typically the result of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of cycles of bad movement or decades of bad posture. So once we get our patients out of pain, we try to fundamentally change the way they move, the way they sit. We rebuild their bodies from the ground up and educate them so they don't end up back in our clinic in 5 years or under the knife somewhere. And
it's so tough when you have back or neck pain. What is your primary goal when you deal with a patient?
Well, obviously, number one goal is to get them out of pain. That's key. But after that, and where I think we really excel is like I mentioned, rebuilding that person from the ground up, changing those patterns that got them there in the first place. And that's where we really excel compared to some other people that'll fix the pain and turn you loose. We really want to change the way you move, the way you sit, the way you stand, the way you live your life.
I'm talking to Dr. Jeremy James. If you're just tuning into Colorado and Company, he's with the Aspen Club Back Institute. If you're suffering from back or neck pain, he can certainly help you out at a world-class destination. The number to call right now, 970-920-5861. Again, that's 970-920-5861. I look at you, I look at me. Obviously, you have great posture.
Oh, thank you.
And that's the key. So tell me, give me some hints about posture.
Sure. So posture dictates function. When we say posture, what we mean is setting the body in a position where it's going to move optimally with a minimum of damage to the joints. So I'm going to borrow an analogy from a great colleague of mine, Bill Fabricini. He relates it to a car with a flat tire. So if you have a car with a flat tire and you get in and you push the gas, that car is going to go.
Right.
You may go 10 miles, 100 miles, what have you, but eventually the pressure from that flat tire is going to move up the axle, start to wear things down, etc., and the car is going to break down. It's the same with your body. I can sit like this and I can lift weights, and I'll build some muscle and I'll get a burn and I'll get a good workout. But down the road, over time, you do that a couple thousand times, you're going to wear the joints down, and you'll end up in our clinic.
Okay, give me some tips for a healthy posture. What should I do?
Sure. So first of all, we try to keep it simple. Don't slouch.
I know.
Don't bend and twist with your back. Shoulders back and down, head over your shoulders, stick your chest out a little bit, and keep your tummy tense.
Tight. So you want to kind of hold your tummy, like use those muscles throughout the day.
Correct. You don't want to suck in because that's more of using your diaphragm. You'd like to be able to lightly tension these muscles so that you can still breathe normally. And that's kind of like your body's natural weight belt. If you see those guys lifting those heavy weights with the big heavy belts, you've got one of those in your stomach. Okay?
So hold on to it.
Yeah, tension it up.
Now let's talk about another huge problem in our country, stress. It seems like chronic stress can do a lot of damage to your body too.
It can, and stress is on the rise, and it's no particular age group. Stress, we have stress for a reason, and a little stress is a good thing. It's our fight or flight, response. So we need stress for certain things, but when you start to be stressed on long periods of time, what we call chronic stress, that leads to physiologic changes in the body, hormonal changes, the changes in the way your nervous system works, and that can lead to several different diseases, and diseases in my expertise back and neck pain.
It sure can. And so tell me more about the Aspen Club Back Institute. What can you offer for chronic stress?
For chronic stress, we offer a lot of things. The clinic that I'm in, the Back Institute, it's within the larger Aspen Club. So we offer individual sessions with some of our experts. We offer weekend programs. We offer week-long programs. We have so many different ways that we address stress, from exercise, nutrition, meditation. We really have an all-in-one package there that we can do.
Again, the phone number, I want to make sure that you give them a call today. There's a free consultation. That's normally worth $250, but mention Colorado and Company, and that's for the first 10 callers. 970-920-5861. Again, that number, 970-920-5861. You've already done something right for me. I feel myself like, yeah, holding that in and trying to sit up properly. And preventative care is huge for you.
It is. You know, preventative care is so much easier than fixing something once it's gone wrong. So generally, if you're experiencing pain, you've already had dysfunction for several years and worn down those tissues. It's far easier to prevent these things than it is to fix them.
Okay, doctor, earlier I told you I sit most of the day, but every once in a while I'll try and stand up and maybe do a few squats at work. Show me something we can do while we're at work or at home that can really help us.
Sure. So before we get into that, I just want to teach people a quick lesson about sitting or standing. Because of a property in your body and the tissues and the ligaments and tendons and discs, you don't want to sustain any position for too long, because after about 20 to 30 minutes in the human body, those tissues start to deform. So even if I'm sitting with perfect posture, you want to change that every 20 to 30 minutes. It's okay to slouch a little bit, get up, stand up, move around. You always want to constantly shift the tissues that are bearing the load in your body so that that deformation doesn't occur, which puts you at a higher risk of injury.
So your body's meant to move.
Your body's meant to move.
Okay, show me some movements. Show me some exercises.
When we go and talk to companies, there's so many exercises you can do without equipment. I encourage people to visit my blog that should be up on the screen to get further instruction, but just easily, we things like squatting properly. A squat done the right way is a great exercise. I'll go ahead and demonstrate. So with squats, we want our feet shoulder width apart.
Okay, well, I'm in a dress, so I'm going to, okay, I'll try and do that without showing anything that my mama gave me. Okay.
The main point is we want to use the muscles in our butt.
Right.
Okay, so when we're squatting, and this goes for getting off the couch, getting out of the car, we do it all day, right? These muscles in your butt weren't made as a cushion. They're made as the strongest part of your body to propel you upwards, to lift things, to move things. So a lot of what we teach our patients are using your butt.
So yeah, get those glutes in shape.
The glutes are so important.
And again, I just want to point out, yes, his blog, we're going to have it on the bottom of the screen, but you can contact the Aspen Club Back Institute. It's a world-class destination clinic offering highly specialized, individual, tailored programs for people suffering from chronic neck and back pain. Gain tools you can use for the rest of your life, invest in yourself, and reap the very, very important benefits for years to come. The Aspen Club is offering an exclusive promotion to our Colorado and Company viewers. You gotta love this. If you're dealing with back or neck pain, be one of the first 10 callers and receive a free consultation with Dr. Jeremy James. That alone is worth $250. Then, if you book a personalized program with Dr. James, you'll receive 20% off. Call right now and mention our show, Colorado and Company. The number 970-920-5861. Again, write that down. 970-920-5861. Information is also online at aspenclubbackinstitute.com, and they paid for today's appearance.